Hello and welcome back to the Real Estate Regroup show. I am your host, LJ Walker. Well, guys, I have some exciting news. Well, it's exciting for me anyway. Last November, 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I found out that I actually have brothers and sisters. You see, I was raised by my mother, a single parent, with being an only child. I wanted to have an older brother, a younger sister, and an older sister. But, eventually I realized that that was not possible. Well, lo and behold, I went on ancestry.com because I heard that, when they look at your DNA, they can trace health records, right? I also was curious as to what part of Africa I originally came from because I like to travel and I wanted to visit those places. Well, I did so, and that's when I found out I have at least 6 brothers and sisters. I know that there's a lot more because looking up the history and finding things out about my father that I did not know, I realized, those 6 that you found, it's only because they were on ancestry.com. There's probably a whole bunch of others that did not submit their DNA to that website that you are related to. So in gathering that, I realized, oh wow, I really, really have to be serious when it comes to doing and creating a trust. Now, I know I've heard that everybody does not need a trust. I would say that's true for people who have absolutely no assets at all. However, once you own a home, you really should consider having a trust, or at the very least, a will. If you own a business, you definitely should have a trust or a will. Okay, so I've been working on that. Not the easiest thing. It's something I'm still learning. I'm in the process of learning because it's not easy to absorb. But here's what I found out. I found out that if I don't leave a will and if I don't leave a trust, guess what? My brothers and sisters who I just discovered will have first dibs on my home and my other assets. I don't want that. I want the people who helped me when it comes to moving into my home, maintaining my home, helping me with my business, which really, to be honest, the business part, not too many people. When it comes to my health, I want those people to have the first dibs. Now, granted, I might outlive a lot of those people, but just in case I don't, I would hate for if I were to die with no will and no trust, and the judge says, okay, well, since your mother is gone, we're going to give it to your brothers and sisters. Everything to your brothers and sisters. No, I don't think it should go that way at all. I really don't. I believe that even though so far we get along, I believe that when it comes to who gets what, my brothers and sisters who I just discovered, who I just met, they should be on the bottom of the totem pole, if you will, when it comes to what they receive. I don't mind them taking pictures that I have. They can take pictures of our father. They can take pictures of myself, things like that. But to say for them to take the house, no. I would like to give that to people who, as I said, they helped me move into the home. They may have also painted a room or two or the fence or something like that. They may have provided for me when I was sick, cooked for me, taken me to the doctor, that kind of thing. I feel like that should really come first. Many of them are doing well anyway, so it's not necessarily like they need what I have. But I'm just saying that, some people would be saying to themselves, oh, why a trust? Why a will? That's why. That's why. Because when you don't write one down, when you don't have one down, the courts decide. And there is a pecking order in which the courts make their decisions. They don't know you. They don't know your family. They don't know who's been there for you and who has not been there for you. So in the courts, DNA does matter. And the pecking order is, it does depend on what state you are in. I understand that it does differ from state to state. But I believe in New York, the pecking order is, if you are married, then it goes to your spouse and your children, and then your parents. If you are not married, then it goes to your parents. Okay? If your parents are not alive, then it goes to your brothers and sisters. See, in my instance, my uncle, and I might outlive him too. My uncle has contributed a lot. And he's lower down in New York pecking order. I wouldn't want that at all. I want him to be up there. I also have a lady that I call my aunt. I want her to be above my brothers and sisters, not below my brothers and sisters. As a matter of fact, to be honest, they wouldn't even consider her. They wouldn't even give her anything at all. They wouldn't give her access to my money, nothing, if I don't leave a will and if I don't leave a trust. The courts would not, because she's not in my DNA. So this is why it is important, guys, for you to draw one up. Now, why is it difficult for me, and it may be difficult for others, is because choosing who gets what and how much they get is not easy. Whether or not they should get a lump sum or a little bit, like be paid monthly, and who should get the lump sum and who should be paid monthly. That is not necessarily easy. Lump sum, if I say, oh, everybody gets 25,000 until there's no more 25,000. I could say sell the house and then, divide it up like that. Well, here's the problem. If anybody is disabled, and they could become disabled afterwards, then whatever government assistance they're on, they're going to get kicked off of it. Because they can't make more than a certain amount. So that's why with them, you have to pay monthly, or it's better to distribute the money monthly as opposed to just giving them one big fat large sum. Okay? The other things that are concerning is that some people, especially in my family, not everybody is financially savvy. Not everybody watches or listens to my YouTube videos. They're not even subscribed to them, okay? Or anybody's financial podcast or YouTube channel. So I know that if they were to get that, they're going to spend it in one day. they're not going to make it grow. You see? So that is somewhat of a concern, because I'm hoping for things to stay in the family. I know that everything won't. Like, I know for my business, I know I have to sell my business because my family doesn't understand my business that well. You understand? And they're not interested, and I don't want to force them. So yeah, I would have to definitely sell my business. My house now is a different issue. I don't know if I should sell the house and divide the money, or keep the house and divide the money that the house generates. So actually, you know what? I'm going to make that a question for you guys. What do you think I should do? Or rather, what will you do? If you had a multifamily home in an area where it generates income, would you say sell the house and divide the money amongst the family? Or would you say keep the house, let the property generate money, and then divide that income that the house makes? Let me know in the comments. Okay? So guys, that's it for now. I hope what I shared will help you make smart financial moves. Feel free to pass this amongst your friends. Remember, each one reach one, teach one. Bye for now. Until next time, have a good night.